Okay.
Hi, Maylee. I'm wearing basketball shorts today, so.
Oh, that's
you missed it.
You missed the whole conversation.
Oh.
Maylee cooled off about this.
She told me that she got girls because I was joking. I'm like, yeah, guys, ever wear my navy basketball shorts? And she goes, oh my god, no, like you would have thought I said I was running around naked.
Hi, Maylee. Welcome to the podcast.
We just had to give them that recap.
Maylee, Shaylin, and Kyle, who's absent last grade. Kyle Deal. Welcome to the podcast. All right. We started a little late recording. My apologies. All right. Next one says not in A union B. So you find A union B. You exclude everything in there. We're left with F. All right, now the next two are the harder, well, I guess just the next one is the harder one. You may want to do, like, work for this one, but perhaps not. What elements are not in B? Yes, not in B would be A, B, and F. Intersect, what all elements are in A? A, B, C. And then this symbol means intersection, so elements we have in common are A and B. If you can do that without showing work, by all means, do it. All right, now we're seeing double, right? We see U and a U. This is union. This is universal, which is what the U at the top stands for. It stands for universal, everything. So if you're uniting set B and the universal and shoving them together, you're going to get every element. So A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Oh, I remember.
These are the ones that you guys will mess up on your quiz, to be honest with you, just from grading these for so many times. So it may help you to list it out. So if you want to show work, we have, that's a really bad brace, but C, D, E. I can't write them on the lower part of the board. Okay, that's in set B. We're intersecting that with the universal. The universal has A, B, C, D, E, F. You don't have to show work for this again, but I'm just trying to help you out since these are the ones you'll mess up. So we're doing intersection, which means what they have in common. So they have a C, a D, and an E in common. If you wanted to show work for the last one, you could have listed B and U and then united them together, which is everything. Okay, now we have B, union, the empty set. So you're taking set B, you're taking nothing. Putting it together, you get what's in set B. C, D, and E. All right, and if we have B intersect the empty set, what would we get? The empty set. Set B, nothing. What do they have in common? Nothing. All right, we're also looking at cardinality today. Who remembers what cardinality is? Cardinal numbers, cardinality. Yes, how many elements are in the set? Not including repeats, remember? So I'm going to show you a formula, but if you have a Venn diagram and they ask you how many elements are in a set, you can just count them. Okay, the formula is more useful if you don't have a picture, which we'll see on the back. But in the last one, if I asked you how many elements are in set A, you would say 1, 2, 3. If I said how many elements are not in set A, you would say 1, 2, 3. If I said how many elements are in A union B, you would count all of them, A, B, C, D, E, which would be 5. Okay? But the formula I'm about to show is if you don't have a picture, you'll use this formula. And I think I put this on the board during your next quiz. That's the only formula you need. So what this stands for is the number of elements. Let me let you copy it first, and then we'll write down this. So this is the the number of elements in A or B will equal n of A is the number in A plus the number in B and the reason that you can't just add them together is that that middle part, you double counted it. You counted the common elements in A and you counted them in B. So you have to subtract the number that are common in both. Whoops. I can spell. Alright, but the ones on the front, they give you a picture. So literally just count. And they actually have numbers, so you could probably just look. So the number of elements in A union B. How many elements are in A or B? 8. If you wanted to, you could use the formula. You'd have 5 plus 5 minus 2. So 10 minus 2, which will get you 8. But if you have a picture, just count. What's this symbol mean again? Not. So how many elements are not in A? Good. Get rid of the elements that are in A, so exclude these. I have 1, 2, 3, and you do include the outside one, because it's not in A. 4. The next one says not in A union B. So A union B is all this stuff, which we're saying not that, so we're left with one element, which is 9, but just 1 would be our answer. So n in front just says the number of elements. And then the last one says the number of elements that are not in B. So we find B, get rid of those. We are left with 4 elements. Now on the back, they take away the picture and they just give you 2 sets in the number of elements. This is where we use our formula from the front. How many sets, elements are in sets A union B? If A has 12, B has 17, and 8 of those are in common. So remember, you'll take the number in A plus the number in B, and you'll subtract the number that are in A intersect B, which is common. So 12 in A plus 17 in B, and we'll subtract the 8 common, because you actually counted them in the 12 and you counted them in the 17. So we'll just add from left to right. We'll get 29 minus 8, 21 elements. Now, question B is actually the same question as question A. How many elements are in set A or B? I want you to jot down that these are the same question. In the homework, they will interchange the symbol for union and the word or. So I wanted to put that in the notes so that you realize that they're the same thing. So the answer will still be 21. Now, if it said and, you would only take the ones that are common. But or is the union, uniting them both. And then this example is usually everyone's favorite because it has words, and for some reason it just makes it so much easier with words and names. So we have some sort of company or store. We can see who worked on Saturday, who worked on Sunday, and then good old Phil had the weekend off. Maybe he's just a Monday through Friday kind of guy, but he still works at the store, just not on the weekends. All right, who can tell me everyone that worked on Saturday? Sue, Bob, and Tom. And I will tell you in the homework, some of these can get long because you have lots of names. You're welcome to abbreviate S, comma, B, comma, T. I don't care if you abbreviate their names to first letters of their name, as long as you do the above. Who worked Sunday? Sally, Karen, Bob, and Tom.
Bob and Tom.
I know. Set of people who worked on Saturday and not Sunday. Sue. Good old Sue. And I'm going to add one after this, but we won't write it down. We'll just talk about it. Set of people who worked on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, no.
And. Just Bob and Tom. If it said Saturday or Sunday, it would be everyone but Phil. But because it says and, they had to have worked both days. Bob and Tom. Now, what if I said set of people who didn't work on Saturday? Who did not work on Saturday? Sally, Karen, and Phil. Don't forget about Phil. Don't leave him off. I know, he does. He won't get forgotten. And then the closure asks you to find the number of elements, the cardinality, of the people who worked Saturday, union, Sunday. So Saturday or Sunday, how many people? I believe it was 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You also could use the formula 3 plus 4 minus 2, but you'll still get that. And then the rest of the time is yours to work on the homework. You're only doing, the odds only applies to that set of problems. And then for all the other ones, you're doing every single number that shows up. But feel free to abbreviate.